Joe.
Look,
I'm fucking done with this.
Why?
Because
You got paperwork. Why do you have paperwork?
Because you want to know why? Because my iPad wasn't charged enough for me to be able to do this. So I printed out my fucking list of movies.
Oh, God damn, really?
It was only 4 pages.
What? You know what? I appreciate the hard work, sir.
Well,
I appreciate the above and beyond effort because I only wrote down my top 10 and my bottom 10. So like,
oh God damn.
Well, I thought it would be an interest. Like I wanted to look at it closer, and I didn't get time because all I ever do is fucking work. So
that's fair.
Here I am. Fucking hey everybody, welcome to the goddamn show. Listen, in full transparency, I am operating at about 7% brain capacity. I have been
that's like a 3% higher than normal.
That is true. I will say this, that my headphones are weird and I can't hear myself but can hear myself outside of my headphones.
That's never good.
So that's like weird. It's our 201 episode, everyone.
Technically 202, but if you count rundown rankings.
202 episode, everyone.
Yeah. But we've watched 200 movies, and that's the important part.
That's true. Brothers, sisters, genders, welcome to another episode of the Comic Book Rundown presents Rundown Reviews. Unless you're watching it on its own feed, then it's just Rundown Reviews. All right, of course, the man that did this introduction. I'm joined by Ron and Joe.
He is Chuck.
We're gonna talk about movies. We're gonna talk about the last 200 movies
ish.
And I watched, I think it was 160.
Yeah, you got.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was a few that 156. There was, while I was going through these and filling out all of the rankings, I realized there was a couple in there that you had given me the numbers for that I didn't add to the list at one point. So like I had to redo it a few different times and update your list and the main list. So that was fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
For me, it wasn't really. I mean, it was fine. The really putting all the numbers in, it took me maybe an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad.
It really wasn't all that bad.
I can't tell you how long it took me to go through all the actors, so.
I got a question. When did we watch Harvey Metal 2000?
That was one of the ones I had to add in there. So obviously I missed
like Steve Harvey Metal?
That. Yep, Steve Harvey Metal.
Yeah, okay. Steve Harvey Metal 2000.
God damn it.
That was a good one. That one made me laugh. So what I do love about Excel is that it doesn't give you a spell check. And I make all of my students write recipes in Excel, so it's in a correct format for them. But they don't spell check any of it. So when they hand it in, it's just crazy bad spell check stuff. It's a lot of fun to then have to autocorrect all their shit.
I'm used to my notes that actually spell checks for me, so.
Well, you can have Excel do it. You just have to like manually make it do it. It's very
you have to go up and click and actually send it through the boxes and stuff to get it to do it.
This makes me actually have to check my work, so.
I mean, I don't have spell check on any of my notes either because I write mine down with pen and paper, so the only spell check's up here, so, you know.
That's a lot of work.
That could be, but it's probably good. All right, where do you want to start, boys?
Yeah, how do we want to start with the guests that we had on in the past?
Yes.
All right,
I think that's a good idea. I think we should go through our guests and get their rankings out of the way.
Pull that one up. All righty. So.
Oh wait, real quick before you start that though, did you do a kill count?
Shit, I knew I forgot something. No, I did not.
All right, Chuck, did you do it? Never mind. I was asking you to spawn cape.
I sat down and did that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
No, I totally forgot.
I only did top 3 though. I only did the top 3.
You know what? While you guys are doing yours, I could actually probably run through and maybe do a kill count. So
Kill count.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll
Don't
see.
worry about it. We can do that for 300. That'll be a surprise for 300. I did do the top 10 for the boob count. So
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, I had a very busy week, so I kind of forgot. I was surprised I got all this done in time, if I'm being honest. Because I literally just got finished up doing the others ranking here about 10 minutes ago.
We knew you could do it, Joey. We had faith in you.
Had faith in myself.
Joey, I know I didn't watch Star Trek Erection. Okay, I don't care what you put on here.
Star Trek Interaction.
No, it just says Star Trek Erection. Okay, I don't know what's happening here.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening. You watched the wrong Star Trek movie.
I didn't watch shit because I would have enjoyed that one. Anyway, so who are we starting with? Joe.
Right, Jordan. We're gonna start with Jordan Zeilinger.
Hey, can we get a belch for Jordan there, Chuck?
That was, I'll work on it. Go ahead. Keep going. I got you.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should count this 4, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16 movies that he's been on with us so far.
Well, I guess 12 of them were Star Wars.
There
it is.
There you go.
Yeah, 12 of them were Star Wars. So yay for that. But yeah, do I want to do worst to best?
You should do worst to best, yeah. Worst to best.
All right. So his worst movie with a ranking of 1 was Toxic Avenger.
The first, that's right. I remember him burying the score on that one for
He
Chuck.
did not like that one. Next up was Batman and Robin with a 2.25.
That tracks.
Tied for the next one. I really should have ranked these better. Typed these out better. I guess it'd be 13? I think, yeah. Is Barbarella and Batman 89 with 3. Yeah, he was our first guest we had on?
I think so. Yeah. No,
him and Emily.
Yeah, him and Emily. Yep.
Because Barbarella was like our second or third movie.
Yep. No, it was third movie because it was Doctor Strange, Superman, and then Barbarella.
Yeah. So Jordan's been around for a while. Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. We miss you, buddy.
Can't wait that. I mean, he'll be back soon. I got some stuff brewing.
Yay.
So next is Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker with a 5.01, followed by The Phantom Menace at a 5.5, then Attack the Clones with a 6, Clone Wars at a 6.1, ROTS, Revenge of the Sith, sorry, at a 7.5.
Wait, is that Return to the Sith or is that Rise of the Skywalker?
No, right, because I actually have written out Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
I actually have Episode 3 here, so I should have actually realized because I'm an idiot. So Revenge of the Sith. Jesus Christ. I wrote it out as ROTS for whatever dumb reason. I guess
Isn't that like the Army kids?
Yeah,
ROTC.
Oh, my bad.
he got that one. That's at number 8 for a 7.5. Return of the Jedi at a 7.62. Solo, a Star Wars story at a 7.7. Force Awakens at an 8.12. Empire Strikes Back at a 8.98. The Last Jedi at a 9.21. T2 Judgment Day, which he was not on for that, but he gave us a score retroactively.
Yep.
At a 9.28. And his favorite movie was Rogue One, a Star Wars story at a 9.4.
Okay.
So next up is Chuck's best friend.
Hey, my best
Malga.
friend.
He has 14 movies here.
Shout out to Chris.
His lowest is Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
That's
with
fair.
a 2.45. Next up is Star Trek Erection at a 4.32.
Nice.
Couldn't quite get it up there, huh?
Nope.
Yeah.
Generations at a 4.72.
That was good.
Then tied for number 10 is Batman vs. Dracula and Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock at a 5. So number 9 is Star Trek Nemesis at a 5.76. Number 8 is The Voyage Home, Star Trek 4 at a 6. Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams one, at a 6.01. Star Trek Beyond this is number 6. Star Trek Beyond at a 6.472. Number 5 is The Wrath of Khan at a 7.125. Star Trek Into Darkness at a 7.13 is number 4. Unbreakable is number 3 at a 7.32. Number 2 is Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country at 8. And his number 1 is Star Trek First Contact at an 8.012.
Nice.
Then our last little bit. So these are the ones that we've had on more than once, but they haven't been on a lot. Clay has been on 4 times. Who's worst one.
Just kidding. Shout out to Clay. Hi, Clay.
His worst one was Star Trek 4, The Quest for Peace. He gave that a 1. The next one was Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, which he gave a 2. Then Batman vs. Dracula, he gave a 7. And then his top one was the Superman 2, the Donner Cut. He gave an 8.5. Chris Runt, which I don't know if you remember who he is, Ron. He's from the Fortress of Comic News. He was on early.
Yeah,
years.
I think I remember because you just recently posted an episode. I think that he was on.
Right, for the comic book rundown.
Yeah.
So he was on our Captain America episodes.
Yeah, poor bastard.
I'm going to reach out when we get back to the MCU. I'm going to reach out to him and see if he wants to come back on for those
some
Captain
good
America
movies.
episodes as well. Yeah. So he was only on for 3 of them. His worst one was Captain America 2, which was Captain America 2.
That was Death Too Soon.
Death Too Soon, yes. Then Captain America with Captain America 2, which was a 1 he gave. Captain America, which was a 3. That was from 1979. And then Captain America from 1990, he gave a 7. Travis Hines, shout out Travis, co-host for DC Alliance.
That's a long time no see, bud.
He was on for 2 movies, Double Dragon, which he gave a 3.5, and then Flash Gordon, which he gave a 5.115.
And that was the live-action Flash Gordon, not the cartoon, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then good old Pony Danza.
Pony!
He showed up for almost back-to-back movies. Teen Titans, Trouble in Tokyo, he gave a 5.5. And then Road to Perdition, he gave a 7.
Oh, I don't even remember him being on that episode.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I do. I take that back. Maybe I do.
And then everybody else.
I'd give Pony a shout out, but he doesn't listen. So
that's true. That's how you know he's a true fan. He doesn't listen to the show.
Then everybody else we've only had on once, so I'm like, I'm not gonna. There's no point in ranking them. So
that's fair. Their number 1 movie, which was
no offense.
You could take all of them and put them into one category.
That sounds like a lot of work for Joey. He's going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I know you're not going to do it. I was just making suggestions. My bad. My fucking fault, Joe. Jesus.
All right.
Anyway.
So next, are we going to do our bottom 10 or our top 10?
Bottom 10.
Let's do bottom 10.
Right on. Chuck, you want to do the honors?
Am I starting at the left? Oh, yeah, bottom, working my way up?
You'll start at 191 and work your way down to 200.
So I guess you're...
So the least hated to the most hated.
7, 8,
You'll be
9,
147.
10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 10 from the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. Coming in hot. Which is really funny that this Star Wars movie lands in between a bunch of Star Trek movies. At a 1.82, we have Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Remember this movie? Remember not liking this movie? This is obnoxious Ahsoka and Baby Jabba.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
which apparently we're gonna get in the new Mando movie. So
I would like to point out that it just the only thing that beat it out. Ready for this? Star Trek Generations at a 1.9.
well, and Star Wars. Oh, you probably printed this out before I actually fixed it. Star Wars
probably.
2 Attack of the Clones also beat it out. Apparently, I read my thing wrong. You gave that one a 1.9 as well. For whatever reason, I thought you gave Attack of the Clones a 6.
No, I would not have done that.
No, I know that. That's why I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why is that so high?
I also find it weird that I gave Josie and the Pussycats a 7.1 because that was an old movie where I started just being a dick to you about decimal points. But maybe I did say 7.1.
Yeah, like that. Trust me, the last handful of movies where you're like,
if my books weren't so far away, I'd check
50 decimal points and a Batman symbol, which you should appreciate.
I did appreciate the Batman symbol. I did appreciate the Batman symbol,
but I couldn't find a symbol, so I actually wrote out Batman symbols.
I did on Monkey Bone. I gave a 6.2784724824822 Batman symbol. That's all right.
And I wrote out Batman symbol because I couldn't find the
true.
Windig.
All right, so I'm just gonna go through all mine then.
Yeah,
all at once. All right, so then, not to be outdone at a 1.81. Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan. Notably, just fucking hate Star Trek, man. Just it is, but I just find it super funny because there's a lot of Star Trek ones for the most part before that I scored slightly higher than the Star Wars Clone Wars. I really hated that movie.
Of Star Trek and Star Wars here at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's almost like I fucking don't like it or something. Coming in next at a 1.3, we got Vampirella. I would argue my most disappointed movie of potential boobage that we could have had and overall sexiness right there. And then coming in still high at a 1.2, I almost said Stephen King's. Stan Lee's Mosaic.
Yeah,
that was that really bad animated movie that you made us watch.
Yeah.
Next one is at a 1.12. We have Crow, the City of Angels, or the Crow, City of Angels. That was the second one.
Yeah.
Yes, with Trini.
Oh yeah, she was hot, and then she died. And then she died again. It was really awful. Coming in after that is a huge disappointment to me, being a big Conan fan. We had Red Sonja, or Red Sonja, depending on where you're from, at a 0.09.
I will say the new one I actually slightly enjoyed.
I heard it was
Sonja?
Yes.
Yeah, it went pretty much under the radar.
Because it was only in like select theaters. I ended up buying it because I think I only paid like $10 for it or something.
Yeah.
On digital. So, or I had because I had like credits, so I was able to add that to it.
Pretty much, they released it and it bombed, and then everybody was like, "I can't believe this bombed." And then
it was not in a lot of theaters.
And then I saw a bunch of like TikTok influenced movie people being like, "This actually isn't a bad movie. You should all like rent it." So
I did. Yeah. I actually covered it on A Walk Through the Multiverse. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it. It's not like a great movie. It's a fairly simple story.
Yeah,
but it's not a bad movie. It's
Red Sonja,
that one.
Red Sonja is a simple story. Like they never tried to do anything more. There was a little controversy behind it. I don't remember what it was. Something maybe about one of the actors, but
that probably.
But I blame Bridget Nielsen. Was it Bridget Nielsen that was in that one?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Bridget Nielsen. Bridget something.
No, Bridget Nielsen was the one that was in. Was she Red Sonja?
Yeah, she's the one that dated Flavor Flav.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Because she was also like almost as big as Arnold or something, right?
Yeah. She's very tall. Yeah. Then following that at a 0.08, we have the just dumpster fire classic Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Shocking, not totally shocking that it's at the bottom of the list, but it does make sense. Following that at a 0.01, we have Catwoman, Joe's least favorite movie of all time, I believe. It's still got Halle Berry in a Catwoman suit, so I didn't really mind all that much. Then the movie that started it all for the Janero Continuum at a 0.001, we have the Star Wars Holiday Special, which I would argue not a movie. And then coming in dead last, rightfully so, may it burn in hell forever. We have Steel at a 0. Nothing's ever going to beat Steel. Steel will be forever at the bottom of my list. Fuck you personally, Joe, for making me have to watch that. I used to love that movie, and then you made me watch it, and then I hated it.
That's fair.
So, yeah. That's my bottom. That's my bottom.
Well, because Chuck and I's bottoms are so close.
It's true. Real quick, I did get a new pair of pants that are striped that look like a circus tent for the gym. They're dump covers, as they're called. And a guy said to me, "Wow, your pants look like a circus tent." And he like laughed at me. And I told him that's why his wife calls me the Big Top. We almost fist fought in the locker room. Luckily, there was other people there to kind of be like, "Okay, calm down, everybody, calm down."
That's great.
That's good. That's fantastic, Chuck.
All right, Ron.
I could take him. It was like 65. I could have beaten his ass.
Love it.
All right, so at 191, I have at number 191, I have Wrath of Khan at a 1.71. At number 192, I have the Invincible Iron Man at a 1.5. That was garbage.
Yeah, that was something.
At 193, I have Star Trek: The Motion Picture at a 1.11. At 194, I have G-Men from Hell at a 1.01.
Ooh, that movie.
At 195, I have Red Sonja at 1 even.
Fair.
196 is Captain America 2, Death Too Soon at a 0.7. Number 197 is Steel at a 0.6. 198 is Inspector Gadget at a 0.17. 199 is Catwoman at a 0.05. And number 200, because it was the crappiest movie I think we've watched, the Star Wars Holiday Special at a 0.04.
Yeah.
Like, Chuck and I
deserves to be down there.
Of our top 10, Chuck and I had six
bottom 10, you mean?
Or six of the bottom 10. 6 of our 10 bottom 10 were the same.
Yeah. Joey.
Because they were garbage movies.
Got to be honest with you, bud.
I got a few here that match up with some of y'all's.
At least 2 of them.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
You want to start at 191.
So, okay, well, here's the problem. From 188 to 192, these 5 are all at a 2. So
maybe you should spread out your score more there, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, you should have been using decimal points, buddy.
That was
breaks
early
up your
on.
ties.
We had no idea. We were still learning. Okay, I've learned since then. So these 5 are at 2, which is Captain America, Gen 13, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Superman 4, and Red Sonja. Followed by Vampirella at a 165. That's at 193. 194 is The Crow, City of Angels at a 1.63. At 195, tied, is Fantastic Four from 94 and Stan Lee's Mosaic at a 1.5. Yeah. So at 197 is Inspector Gadget at a 1.45. Rightly so. Captain America
that's
2.
Pretty high score.
Hmm?
That still feels like a pretty high score.
Yeah, but Captain America 2 was worse. and that's a 1.34. And G-Men from Hell is below that with a 1.23. And Catwoman will and always will be my lowest at a 0.1. There is a big gap between those two, and yes, there could probably be a lot that will fit in there, and I'm sure we might find one of those at some point in time. But we are getting into the generation of movies where majority of them are actually good. So I don't know if these bottom ones will be changing anytime soon.
That's fair. So Chuck, do you want to give us a Spawn Cape rundown there, or Matrix Metrics, or Mummy Metrics, whichever?
Yeah, so pretty much where it sits right now, of course, at the top of the list is Spawn. It was the one of one. It was our control. We had it sitting in there. Followed by that, we had a Matrix, the Matrix, sitting there, and the Mummy also sitting there. And then Blade fell in pretty close, which I don't really remember.
Blade or Blade 2?
Or Blade 2, I'm sorry.
Blade 2 is basically a one of one, I thought.
Blade 2 makes sense.
I just wrote Blade, but yeah, it was probably actually Blade 2, which would make a lot more sense.
That was the one with the rubber men.
Correct. Yes. And then the only other one that I thought was a standout, the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
That was pretty much like our top 5-ish from the ranks of like ones that actually were calculable of being like super close to each other. So, I don't know.
Nice.
And the Mummy Returns, of course.
Yeah, of course, because that was even worse than the first one.
Star Wars, one of the Star Wars ones landed pretty close too.
Probably Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith.
And I think it was. No, I think it was
good.
I think it was like New Hope because we watched the
added all
remastered.
Right.
It made it. You know what? I wish I had written it down. I believe it was Return of the Jedi because I had to watch that dance number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. But
that's fair.
A couple of Star Trek ones were pretty close too. It's because they look really bad. Yeah, that's about it. I want to talk about. You know what I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about before we get into the top 10. I want to talk about your 11 to your 20.
Okay.
Well, before we do that,
yes.
Can I get the top 10 boob count going?
Oh yeah, get your boob counting.
All right, because this is okay. So I'm going to start off with an honorable mention. Orgasmo with 14 butts. There were boobs in it, but we got to see 14 butts. Yeah. And so Orgasmo gets an honorable mention. In a tie for last place, well, for the ninth place, I guess it would be. We have the Terminator, Time Cop, and Black Scorpion, which all had 6 boobs.
Nice.
Tied for 7th place, we had the original Toxic Avenger and Crow City of Angels at 8. In 6th place, we had Starship Troopers with 14. 5th place was Conan the Barbarian with 15. 4th place would be Crow Salvation with 19. 3rd place is Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight with 21.
Nice.
2nd place, Toxic Avenger 2 with 29. And our number 1, Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood with 41 boobs.
The woman of my dreams.
Yeah, the boobs of Chuck's dreams. Yeah. Shout out to his exes.
Shout out to my ex.
Okay, so anyways, Chuck, you were saying something. Wait, we didn't do our the bottoms for the total of us, did we? Like for our bottom, our actual rundown bottom scores.
I can do that real quick. Give me a second.
I have a rundown bottoms.
All right, so our bottom 10, starting out at 191 is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, which sits at a 1.6. Vampirella at a 1.58. G-Men from Hell at a 1.57. Stan Lee's Mosaic at a 1.5. The Star Wars Holiday Special at a 1.41. Steel at a 1.2, Red Sonja at a 1.03, Captain America 2 at a 1.01, Inspector Gadget at a 0.57, and Catwoman at a 0.05. Literally, yeah, no, that's right. That's really
Yeah.
tracks.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Again, like, I don't see our bottom 10, these bottom 10 moving a lot in the next
Probably not.
100 movies. Maybe
Oh,
we
man.
might get one or two, maybe, but like,
Oh,
it's going to be really close. I
That
don't
hurt
see
a
them
little
moving.
bit.
So I don't like on our 300th episode. If they actually, like, when I do the next numbers, if they actually do something, I'll bring up that one. But like, I don't think we'll have to redo these again.
My only
future.
thought is we will start to get kind of cynical about newer Marvel stuff.
Right.
And it will score low enough that it knocks some of the stuff that's floating right at the top
I don't
like
think it will
down.
though.
You don't think so?
No, because I don't see any of those being less than a 1.8 was the top. It was the number 191.
I don't know, dude. Thor: Dark World's not
1.6.
really
1.6.
bad movie.
Yeah, but upon
maybe.
like rewatch after Endgame, it kind of I look at it in a different light. But that's the problem, though. Looking at it, if you look at it when you first watch it, it's a bad movie. If you take it for what it is on its own, it's a bad movie. If you look at it in the overall, I was gonna say multiverse saga, Infinity Saga, it actually makes sense, and that is a problem because we're trying to. The whole point of when I did this, the whole point of this show in particular, is to watch these movies without the prejudice of, say, a movie coming afterwards.
Yeah.
We have those other movies to judge against it, and that's
right.
hard to take that knowledge away from, you know?
I would also say it's bad storytelling if your movie isn't good until the rest of the movies come out.
You're not wrong.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, all right, real quick, or maybe like maybe not your 11 through 20, but your 11 through 15. But I'm going to run down
11 through 20.
All right, 11 through 20. I want to talk about mine really quick because I find them super interesting. At number 11, I have a 9.12 of the Terminator. Pristine. I definitely think that is a solid 9, lower 9 for me. A 9.1, I have Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, which is funny because I have my entire life said that is my favorite movie of all time, and it is ranked at number 12. 13, I don't remember scoring it this low, but maybe I was just trying to keep the upper numbers clear. But I have Trick or Treat at a 9.9. Or 9.09, sorry. 9.09. Yeah, 9.09. I like that movie way more than it was scored at, but
yeah, I think it's because
I think it was just early. It was like early in us watching stuff, and I wasn't really. I don't know. I think I was afraid to score things higher, but
yeah. I know you questioned. I think last night your 9 and 10 movies.
Yeah, we'll get there. Get there because and then I have The Mummy at a 9.000099. A solid just 9 number, but I refuse to give her a score.
You want to be a jerk?
Yeah, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I have 11, 12, 13, 14. At number 15, I have The Guyver at an 8.99. Hey, that was a me movie. That was very much a me movie, and I very much enjoyed it. Followed by Tank Girl at a 8.92. Again, kind of a me movie. I really enjoyed that movie. And this is what I thought was interesting. So this would be my 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. At my 17th movie, we finally get a superhero movie, which means from 1 to 17, I have no superhero movies in there. We have X-Men at an 8.9. which I
Damn.
just think is like super interesting. That comic books main, I mean, like I know it's not anymore, but like for the longest time, comic books were kind of just superhero stuff, especially when it came to the transferring to a movie, like movie media. So it's just weird that like it took 17 movies to finally get to a superhero one on my list. Followed by at an 8.88, Mystery Men. I mean, what a combo right there. And then I think, what was I? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 is, of course, Harvey Metal 2000 at an 8.80085. Shout out to 8 Point Boobs. And lastly, coming in at number 20 is Time Cop at an 8.62. So of my top 20, there are only spoilers. There are only two superhero movies, X-Men and Mystery Men. Which I just think is so fucking weird. And at my 21st movie, Predator. Insane that I gave that an 8.6. I don't remember why I ranked that so low, but it's interesting that's where it falls. Probably because, again, I think I was trying to be stingy about giving super high scores.
Probably.
Yeah, and then followed by The Dark Knight and then Aliens. Somehow I scored Aliens higher than Alien? Joe, you sure about that?
Yeah.
Because Alien was a horror.
Right,
and-
but I like Alien. I thought I liked Alien more. Are you sure Alien wasn't a 4?
I mean,
like
I can go grab the
8.43?
books and check if you want me to.
No,
I'm looking at the book right now. Hold on.
because I thought I scored it differently, but maybe I didn't.
Yeah, gotta flip back to it. Give me a second.
But it's just interesting because kind of after this is like a bunch of my favorite childhood movies just sitting around 8s.
Yeah.
I've got RoboCop, Men in Black 2, Blade, the original Spider-Man.
Right. So yeah, because I had to. You gave Alien 8.4
There goes Chuck.
and Aliens 8.413. I had to double check the math on that because I thought it was like an 8.43. Yeah, no, you gave it slightly higher.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's just me. Ronald, where are you at?
All right, so my number 20, I have a tie between Meteor Man and Casper at an 8 even.
Okay.
Number 19 is Blank Man at an 8.18. Tied for 17th is V for Vendetta and Dick Tracy, both at an 8.5. Then we have 16th Galaxy Quest at an 8.673.
Shout out to my my ex-boss's friend,
Who
wrote, directed, and acted in that movie.
Tied for 14th place, I have Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, and Starship Troopers. 13th place is Tank Girl with an 8.88. 12th place is The Mask with an 8.89. 11th is Stardust with an 8.93. So in my 20 there, from 11 to 20, I have Blank Man as a superhero and Meteor Man.
Okay.
So, as long as those two are both counted as superheroes, those would be the only two superhero movies.
Yeah, I'd count those.
Joey, what about you? What's your 20 to 11?
So I got 20 is Back to the Future 3 with an 8. Well, Phantom and Back to the Future 3, so I guess it'd be 19 at an 8.35. So they're both tied. 18 is The Terminator at an 8.37. Batman Begins at an 8.4. 16 is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens at an 8.45. See, Mystery Men at 15 with an 8.46. Batman Returns at number 14 with an 8.5. Then it goes Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope at 8.51. Last Jedi and Rogue One at an 8.52. So that's actually my 11. Yeah. So
Nice.
those two are tied at 11. 11 and 12, I guess. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Also, while you all were talking, I did kind of run through the list and got some of the higher numbers. I don't think I've got all of them, but these were some of the higher ones I found for the kill counts. Just kind of did a quick little run of them.
Sure.
Now, looking at this, Star Wars had most of the kills. Majority, like Episode 2 had 433 kills. That's our highest total of any movies completely. Then it's followed by Episode 1 with 203.
And then Batman.
Well, no, Batman actually is like, according to this list, third lowest, second or third lowest, and I've got like almost all of the Star Wars on here. But if we take out Star Wars, that leaves us with, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it's
4,
literally
5,
a
6,
war.
7.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of death.
Right. All right, so if we take out Star Wars, all those Star Wars movies, we've got 7 movies total, which the highest one, actually, okay, let's start with the lowest one. Actually, be 8, sorry. Lowest one is Batman with 78.
Okay.
Then it goes, nope, sorry. I can't count because I did this all real quick. Lowest one is Blade Trinity with 74. Then Batman with 78. Then Red Sonja with 80. Then Blade with 93. Followed by The Mummy Returns with 116. Then Starship Troopers was 136. The Mummy with 166.
Damn.
And then Blade 2 with 199.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, like the other Star Wars ones, Clone Wars had 164, Episode 3 had 142, Rogue One had 166, Episode 4 had 73, Episode 6 had 102, 7 had 141, 8 had 80, 9 had 125. I think Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, only had like 50. So I didn't. If it was anything lower than like 70, I didn't even write it down. So yeah,
I mean that's really just a spit in the pond at that point in time.
Yeah. So basically, if it was lower than Batman, I didn't write it down. Since you guys like to bring up Batman as the control.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it is interesting to see that like Blade, the first Blade movie, scored less than the guy who has a code against killing, and
the third Blade movie scored less.
Oh,
the first Blade movie had 93.
There was like 3 of those. There was 3 dudes who loved killing vampires in that movie.
Right.
And Batman beat them all, and he's got a code against killing, Joe.
Right.
I'm just saying. Although we do have to factor in the concept of, per capita, like by the population based of the movie, that we see. So they may all still fall fairly close together, but Star Wars is going to rank because it's like an entire universe. They're traveling with space and going everywhere, and also it was a literal war.
Right.
So, and those Jedi love killing people. I don't know if you guys really realize that in those movies, but they don't care. For guys who are supposed to be peacekeepers, they are murking dudes.
They're jerks.
Hey, look, you said it. Look, if they're not peacekeepers, they're peacemakers. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, Ron, you want to run through some of the actors from the similar movies?
Sure.
Before we get to our top 10?
I'm not going to do all the ones that I did from the original 100 unless they popped up into movies that happened in the second 100 movies. Sure. For instance, Peter Weller, while being in Buckaroo Banzai, RoboCops 1 and 2, was also in Star Trek Into Darkness. Christopher Lloyd, who was in Buckaroo Banzai, also in Star Trek 3, was in all 3 Back to the Future movies.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Berryman, who was in Double Dragon, Weird Science, and Guyver, was also in The Crow. That's the big, really weird-looking dude. I forgot to mention that James Earl Jones was also in Judge Dredd as the narrator the last time we went through. We have Arnold coming back with Jingle All the Way, along with Conan, Predator, Terminator, Batman and Robin, and Red Sonja. We had Paul Rubens, shout out to Chuck's hometown,
Yay!
who was in Batman Returns, Buffy, and Mystery Men. We had Ron Perlman, who was in Blade 2 and Hellboy the Animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also in Star Trek Nemesis and Alien Resurrection.
Yeah. We should be getting to the Hellboy movies here soon, too.
Yeah. Did you know that he was also the dude that played the Beast in the Beauty and the Beast TV show?
I did not know that.
Yeah, but once you look at the Beast, you know it's Ron Perlman.
It makes
because they didn't even have to put
it.
many
Yeah, they love putting shit on that dude's face, and he's got a weird face.
That's because his face is so oddly shaped that they don't have to worry about putting too much on there.
You've seen Fallout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Fallout.
Was what?
He's the mutant at the like toward the end.
Oh, dude!
You didn't realize that? You hear the voice and you recognize it immediately.
I thought they were doing a thing with like a voice changer thing. That's why I wasn't paying attention to it.
That's Ron Perlman.
That's wild. So John Hurt, who was in V for Vendetta and Alien, was also in Lost in Space. We have that's all for the old ones. Now for the new ones. We have Parker Posey, who was in Superman Returns, Blade 3, and Josie and the Pussycat Pussycats, not Pussycat Dolls.
Pussycat Dolls.
We had Frank Langella, who was in Superman Returns and Masters of the Universe. Paul Sorvino, who is in Dick Tracy and the Rocketeer. Mike Haggerty, who is in Dick Tracy and Inspector Gadget. Kirsten Dunst, who is in Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Crow Salvation. Donna Murphy, who is in Spider-Man 2 and Star Trek Insurrection. Dylan Baker, who is in Trick or Treat, Spider-Man 2, and Road to Perdition. Ted Raimi, who is in Spider-Man 2, Darkman, and Candyman. Rupert Everett, who is in Stardust and Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Eric Mabius, who is in Resident Evil and The Crow Salvation. James Purefoy, I don't know. That dude that was in Resident Evil and V for Vendetta. Indra Ove, who was in Resident Evil and Rise of the Skywalker. Clint Howard, who was in Solo, Barbed Wire, Fist of the North Star, and The Rocketeer. Christopher Heyerdahl was in Blade Trinity and Catwoman. Christian Bale, who was in Batman Begins, the other Batman movies, and American Psycho, which I don't think we've watched any other than Batman Begins, have we?
We
got to the Dark Knight. Yeah, we watched the Dark Knight.
But we didn't watch Dark Knight Rises?
We haven't watched Rises yet.
Okay.
Correct.
But yeah, so Batman movies.
So we stopped DC stuff, which we won't be getting into DC stuff soon, but we'll be getting into Marvel here before too long.
Yeah.
We're getting back to them here real soon.
So we had Gary Oldman, who was in Batman Begins and the Dark Knight and then Lost in Space. Ernie Hudson, who was in The Crow and Ghostbusters. John Polito, who was in The Crow, Blankman, and The Rocketeer. Sigourney Weaver, who was in Alien, Ghostbusters, and Galaxy Quest. Linda Hunt, who was in Solo and Popeye. Lance, right? What a weird disjointment right there. Lance Hendrickson, who was in Terminator and Aliens. We have Brian Thompson, who is in Terminator, Dr. Mordred, and Star Trek Generations. Dick Miller, who is in Terminator, Demon Knight, and Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Michael Bean, who is in Terminator and Aliens. Michael Jai White, who is in Toxie 3 and 4 and Spawn. Or 2 and 3 and Spawn. Was it 2 and 3 or 3 and 4?
2 and 3. We haven't watched 4 yet.
That's right, because 2 and 3 were the ones that were back to back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
William Atherton, who is in Ghostbusters, The Crow Salvation, and Die Hard. Reginald Vell Johnson, who is in Ghostbusters and Die Hard. Christy Swanson, who is in Buffy and the Phantom. Donald Sutherland, who is in Buffy and Virus. Somebody dropped an anchor on his tug.
Oh, yeah, classic.
We had Stuart Wilson, who is in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 and The Mask of Zorro. We had Daniel Von Bargen, who is in RoboCop 3 and Super Troopers. CCH Pounder, who is in RoboCop 3 and Demon Knight. Mark Hamill, who is in the Star Wars saga, The Guyver, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, and Batman Mask of the Phantasm. We had Jolie Fisher, who is in The Mask and Inspector Gadget. Greg Kinnear, who is in Blankman and Mystery Men. Greg Kinnear likes his men, apparently. Paul Winfield, who is in Terminator and Wrath of Khan. Scott Lawrence, who is in Time Cop and Star Trek Into Darkness. Jonathan Hyde, who is in Richie Rich and The Mummy. Mike McShane, who is in Richie Rich and Spawn. Rick Worthy, who was in Richie Rich, Star Trek Insurrection, and Steel. Malcolm McDowell, who is in Tank Girl and Star Trek Generations. Reg E. Carthy, who is in Tank Girl, The Mask, and Fan Four Stick. Doug Jones, who is in Tank Girl, Batman Returns, Mystery Men, and Monkey Bone. Miguel Ferrer.
Doug Jones was in Monkey Bone?
What's that?
Doug Jones was in Monkey Bone?
Yeah, he was one of the demon things in the Nightmare Realm.
That makes sense.
Miguel Ferrer, who was in Search for Spock and RoboCop. Ian Dury, who was in Judge Dredd and Crow City of Angels. James Remar, who is in Judge Dredd, The Phantom, and Blade Trinity. Arnold Vosloo, who is in Darkman and The Mummy. Michael Berryman. I already said that guy, didn't I?
You already said him.
Well, he's on here twice. That was my bad. Rick Rosovic, who is in Black Scorpion and The Terminator. Michael Wiseman, who is in Black Scorpion and Predator 2. Daryl Chan, who is in Fist of the North Star and The Shadow. Xander Berkeley, who is in Barbed Wire and Terminator 2. Billy Zane, who is in The Phantom, Back to the Future, and Demon Knight. Catherine Zeta-Jones, who is in The Phantom and Mask of Zorro. David Warner, who is in Star Trek's 5 and 6, and then also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Kurtwood Smith, who is in Star Trek 6 and RoboCop. Michael Papajohn, who is in Fan Four Stick, Spider-Man, Spawn, The Hulk, Spider-Man 2, and Starship Troopers. In Starship Troopers, he literally played a dead body, which is kind of hilarious, but
Nice.
that was, yeah, because I was like, I don't remember seeing him in, because it's the dude that was the guy that originally was supposed to have shot Uncle Ben.
Right.
Yeah, and like I was like, I don't remember seeing him in Super Troopers, so I had to like go to that and look, or Starship Troopers. I had to go to it and see what the heck he was, and he was just a random dead body.
Interesting.
We had Leah Thompson, who's in Back to the Futures 1 through 3, and Howard the Duck. James Tolkien, who is in Back to the Futures 1 through 3, Masters of the Universe, and Dick Tracy. Mark McClure, Back to the Futures 1 through 3, Superman's 1 through 4, and Supergirl.
Yep.
Donovan Scott, who is in Back to the Futures 1 and 3, Sheena and Popeye. Bill Duke, who is in Mandy and Predator. Richard Brake, who is in Mandy and Batman Begins. Whoopi Goldberg, who is in Star Trek 7, which was the Generations, I think.
Generations, yeah.
Monkey Bone and Bordello of Blood. Iggy Pop, who was in Tank Girl and The Crow 2.
I don't remember her in Bordello of Blood.
Me neither, but apparently she was in there somewhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's what it said on the thing, so I wrote her in there.
Okay.
Donna Murphy, who is in Star Trek Insurrection and Spider-Man 2. All right. Michael Ironside, who is in Starship Troopers and Heavy Metal 2000. Simon Pegg, who is in Shaun of the Dead, Star Trek, the 09 series.
Okay.
And Force Awakens.
I can't hear you, Chuck, if you were
Oh,
talking.
Chuck. Okay. Thomas Hayden Church, who at
I was
this
trying
point...
to say it without actually stopping anything, but
Oh, sorry. I thought you couldn't hear me, and I was like, "Shit!" I just said a whole bunch of stuff. And
no,
now I have to
you're
reset.
good. You're good. I was trying. Sorry.
That's okay. Thomas Hayden Church, who was in Demon Knight and Monkey Bone. Dina Meyer, who was in Star Trek Nemesis and Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Phil Fondacaro, who was in Willow, Bordello of Blood, and Return of the Jedi. He was one of the little people. I don't remember what the PC term was anymore. I feel like we covered so many of them, and I was wrong on all of them. Anyways.
Yeah, I know the guy. He's a great guy. He's cool.
Yeah. We had Corey Feldman, who was in Bordello of Blood and the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, voice of Donatello. Winona Ryder, who was in Alien Resurrection and the 09 Star Trek. Excuse me. Carl Urban, who was in the 09 Star Trek series and Rise of Skywalker. Eric Bana, who was in Star Trek 09 and the Hulk. Jake Lloyd, who was in Star Wars Phantom Menace and Jingle All the Way. Vern Troyer, who was in Jingle All the Way and The Men in Black. Phil Morris, who was in Jingle All the Way and Star Trek 3. Bruce Willis, who was in Die Hard and Unbreakable. Alan Rickman, who was in Die Hard and Galaxy Quest. Adam Scott, who was in Krampus and Star Trek First Contact. Joe Pantoliano, who was in The Matrix and The Daredevil. Hugo Weaving, who was in V for Vendetta and The Matrix. Johnny Young Bosch, who was in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, and Akira. Missy Pyle, who was in Galaxy Quest and Josie and the Pussycats. And then William Forsythe, who was in G-Men from Hell and Dick Tracy. Harold Ramis, who was in Heavy Metal and Ghostbusters. Samuel L. Jackson, who was in Unbreakable and The Incredibles. Brendan Frazier, who was in Monkey Bone and The Mummy Returns. Eric Avari, who was in The Mummy and Daredevil. Alan Cummings, who was in Josie and the Pussycats and X2. And Eugene Levy, who was in Josie and the Pussycats and Heavy Metal. And that was all of our list for this time around. Oh, right. And Rosario Dawson, who was in Josie and the Pussycats and I didn't write this one down because I've forgotten about it, but I can't remember the other movie she was in now either. But she was in one of the other movies we watched. Oh, okay. Black 2.
Yes.
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 Yes. Because she's the girl that the whole thing's about.
Yep.
Yeah. She's the Oracle or whatever.
And we'll get her in some other ones.
A whole lot of other ones actually later on.
Yeah. One of my favorites of all time, actually.
Sin City?
God bless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out.
Something about that 07 faux hawk hair. It just.
I thought it was 05.
I mean, probably, but I remember that particular style of hair in '07. But
Okay,
like,
gotcha.
yeah, I think she's a trendsetter and she started it. I'll be honest.
She's smoking hot either way. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
she's so hot. She's so hot in that movie.
All
It's
right.
05. It's 05. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. All right. So on to our top 10.
Chuck, you want to do the honors of starting?
Yeah, all right. Starting at my number 10, I'll do my 9 and 10 together. So at number 10, we have Back to the Future at a 9.29 and Back to the Future Part 2 at a 9.31. I don't remember liking these that much. So I messaged the group and I was like, "Hey, I think that this is incorrect, but I think that I just hated Part 3 so much that it ended up like ruining my love for the trilogy."
I think I remember you talking about that too.
Yeah, I think that's what ultimately happened. But crazy that a lot of these movies, a lot of my top 10 here have shifted since the last 100 came out. At number 8, I have Akira at a 9.33. Misogyny aside, in that movie, I really fucking enjoy that movie. And having now watched more anime, I see where Akira was a humongous influence on the industry as a whole. Not to be outdone, though, my next number 7 is Men in Black at a 9.4. Still unapologetically love that movie. It's like a feel-good movie for me. Probably my most egregious score I ever gave at a 9.7, Toxic Avenger.
I remember that.
I'm not like, I still stand by it, but I just find that really funny. At a 9.78. Now we're really getting close in the decimals here. 9.78. I have T2 Judgment Day. I fucking love that movie without question. It is one of the few times where a sequel is better than the original. And I will happily rewatch that movie anytime it's on. Then we have my birthday pick. At a 9.91, we have Mandy. That's 100% me movie, man. I fucking love that movie. Shout out to Nicolas Cage losing his fucking mind in his underwear and drinking just copious amounts of PSP or PSP. Wow, PCP? PSP is the handheld video game system.
Yeah.
PCP, I think. He like drinks acid and fucking trips balls. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, not to be outdone, though, my number 3 movie is actually Ron's birthday pick, which is Shaun of the Dead at a 9.94. That isn't absolutely. I guess that is technically in my top 3. And when I think about my top 10 favorite movies of all time, I need to start ranking it appropriately, because I reference that movie so much.
Yeah.
I quote that movie regularly to people, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. Most importantly, forever at my number 2 at a 9.97, we have Starship Troopers. I love that movie. That is just one of my favorite movies of all time. It is my second favorite movie of all time, and this now proves that. And then at a 9.98, we have Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Possibly your most egregious score, actually, in the top 10 there.
I mean, honestly, I think it's interesting. I don't think of that movie very often, but when I watch it, it's a movie that once I watch it, I go, that's one of the best fucking movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And then I kind of just don't think about it anymore. It doesn't stick with me like the way Shaun of the Dead does. Like, I reference Shaun of the Dead almost every day.
That's because Shaun of the Dead is so referenceable because Shaun of the Dead has life lessons in it that you can teach other people by repeating the words from the movie.
I mean, regularly, It's you got around you. It's pretty much just that. Yeah, I don't know. I fucking love that movie. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. But when I sit down to watch cinema, shout out to Cam. I am it like Rogue One, a Star Wars story, just like is always up there. But then I just kind of forget about it, and maybe I'm just collectively burnt out on Star Wars because like I don't care about the stuff that's coming out.
Oh, they got new shit coming out all the time, man.
I know, and I don't care about it. You know what I mean? But like I don't know, there was just something about this movie when I saw it. Maybe it's recency bias, you know, from a few years ago, but nonetheless. But that's my top 10.
Nice.
I don't agree with Back to the Future Part 2, but again, I think that
I feel like you scored those so high just to be contrary.
well, no, I think I did like them, but then the third one comes out and I just have fucking Back to the Future Part 3 I gave a 4.81. So I really do think that like my overall looking at those three movies, that the third one really ruins the other two for me.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. But I do like the hoverboard in the second one, so I do score it a little higher than the first one. Ronald?
All right. So starting off strong at number 10, we have Mystery Men at an 8.98. Possibly the next score is possibly like the most, I would say my most egregious score in my top 10. Only because it got such a high score because one, it was an earlier movie that we watched, and two, I loved this movie as a kid. Like I watched it all the time, and like I ruined VHS movies of this. And that would be the Christopher Reeve Superman at 9 with a 9. Then tied in 7th place, I have Super Troopers and Star Trek First Contact at a 9.05. At 6, I have The Phantom with a 9.38. At 5, I have Trick or Treat at a 9.75. At 4th place, I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990 or 89 or whichever one it was at 9.95. At number 3, I have The Mummy with a 9.959901. At number
you guys should
2,
appreciate I put all those numbers in there too.
I was
Just
very
saying.
proud of you for that. At number 2,
I write them down.
He does write them down. Number 2, I have Shaun of the Dead at a 9.96. And then, of course, number 1, my favorite movie of all time, which is Willow at a 10, because that's just how it is.
That's never going to change, obviously.
Yeah. But I guess so. In my top 10, going back to what Chuck had said earlier, I have technically 3 superhero movies: the Turtles, Superman, and Mystery Men. So while my top 20 is not quite as barren as yours is of superhero movies, I only had 6 total, I think, in the top 20.
Yeah, and like outside of Superman, they're all just like more, I would argue, more of a parody or a comedy than like Mystery Man is a comedy, Meteor Man too, you know, as well.
Yeah. And I mean, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are straight up comic superheroes.
Yeah.
You know, yes, they are, but when I think of them, I don't think of them as superheroes. I think of them as like martial art ninja classification of I know that they fight and team up with like Superman and stuff like that, but like I never in my brain I consider them like street level heroes. I never consider them like superheroes.
Like Batman.
No, because I would consider Batman a superhero.
Batman has no superpowers.
He's the smartest man detective ever born, and also he has a lot of money.
He's third smartest detective.
And he's only the 3rd richest person also.
Detective Chimp is smarter than him, and I think who's the other one?
Okay, whatever. I still consider he's still rolling with Superman.
Right. He's part of the Justice League, so like that I guess
that's because he pays for all their shit. It's like Big Joe. Oh, I've got money. It's my superpower.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, but nonetheless, yes, I don't disagree that they aren't superheroes. I just it never comes across for me. And maybe it's because they're a group. Maybe that's what it is. Specifically, like they are never by themselves. So they don't get that like superhero status in my brain. Yeah, but like Wolverine cycle, like I could see Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine is literally by himself in that way.
I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Anyways, Joey, what's your top 10 there, bud?
Maybe it's because
So-
they're turtles. I don't know, man.
Oh, so
Well, and
you're
I know.
racist.
I think Raph's been by himself a few different times. Although when he goes by himself, Casey
Well,
Jones
I'm
tends
basing
to
this
run with
strictly
him.
off the movie. I'm like when
Well, yeah,
I
but
watched
Casey Jones has ran with him in the movie though. Like that's where how they met.
Yeah, but they still were
They
street
still
street level. Yeah.
got to exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so my top 10. Starting out, Trick or Treat at a 8.65. Followed by Star Wars Episode 3 at an 8.7. Then Back to the Future Part 2, 8.75. Shaun of the Dead rolls in at number 7 with an 8.79. Galaxy Quest at number 6 with an 8.98. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker is at number 5 with a 9. Tied for number 3 is Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and Back to the Future with a 9.13. My number 2 is The Dark Knight at a 9.2. And my new number 1 is The Mummy at a 9.25.
Damn.
So the only difference I have from both of you guys is, well, there's a lot of differences.
You're chock full
but
of
the main difference, I'll say the main difference that I have is that I've got a lot of wiggle room, whereas you guys are kind of chock full of high 9s. I've got a lot to play with. So
Yeah,
Well,
Joey, we know you're hung. I don't see what that has to do with your scores.
Joe, I got room. I got endless amount of decimals that I can throw stuff in here.
that
you know
is
what I mean?
true.
Yeah.
And I actually give me shit for not writing decimals. I write them down now, even the Batman symbol.
It's true.
So,
All right, now
honestly, going to Chuck's point, I only got one superhero in my top 10, and it's Batman. He takes up 2 of the spots. That's really interesting.
They're not even.
Yeah, Joey, we know you like Batman. That's great.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the fact, if I look at the list, even in my top 20,
It's still Batman.
it's still Batman. Like, Batman takes up 4 of the spots. Then Mystery Man is another one. Like, and Phantom is another one. Like, that's not great.
Joey's learning a little something about himself tonight.
I mean, I knew I was a Batman fan, but like,
Yeah, maybe you just like Batman. Maybe you've just spent and wasted all of your money on comics when you could have just been buying Batman stuff and saving yourself money.
yeah. Here's the thing, though. I've definitely diversified myself out, and I've been liking other comic book stuff. I've kind of gone
Diversify
away
yourself
from
out.
Batman.
Or are you now just reading and buying Common Rider stuff?
I'm definitely doing a lot of Kamen Rider stuff, but I've also been.
Yeah. Let's call a spade a spade here, Joe. Let's call a spade here.
I've been reading a lot more indie stuff, so
That's
been a lot.
I would argue that regardless, indie produced things, regardless what it is objectively better.
Oh, hell of a lot better, honestly.
Yeah.
They're better stories. They're better writing. It's in and out.
Because they have to have better stories and better writing. Otherwise, they don't make money. It's not like these characters that have been around since like 1940 or 1960 or whatever that like, oh yeah, we've got 80 years of history with this character, so we can just do whatever we want, and people are gonna be like, oh, it's the new Superman, oh my god, it's Batman, I've got to get it because look at this Batman, he's the same exact thing as the last one, but he's completely different.
I would argue that the only people who are buying mainstream comics are the people who want to complain about the fact that it's not written the way that they want it.
Right there. Really is what it is. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. So our top 10 for rundown reviews right now. At number 10, with an 8. Well, I'm sorry. At number 9, because it's a tied, is Superman the movie from 1978 and Starship Troopers at an 8.5.
Alfie didn't help that score at all.
That was Sarah on Starship Troopers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Starship Troopers. Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right, Alfie was on Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
You know what's wild is I have Superman and Starship Troopers like
Swapped on yours.
no fairly close. They're only like a couple apart. Like in my.
I don't because I never saw Superman Returns.
That's true.
Maybe
At
I'll
number
do
8. Oh,
Maybe I'll do that this summer. Maybe I'll watch Superman movies.
Just stop after the Donner cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to watch 3 or 4. At number 8 is Star Wars Episode 5: The Empire Strikes Back, with an 8.51. At number 7 is Tank Girl at an 8.71. Next up, at number 6 is Terminator 2: Judgment Day, with an 8.74. Number 5, Back to the Future, the first one, at an 8.76. Number 4 is Mystery Men at an 8.77. At number 3 is Trick or Treat with a 9.16. At number 2 is The Mummy with a 9.4.
Nice.
And our number 1 movie
God, dicks for that one, but okay.
is Shaun of the Dead at a 9.67.
A Ron pick.
Yeah.
Pick. I don't know if we might get 1 or 2 that can rival that, but I'm not entirely sure if we will anytime soon.
I don't know if we're really going to get anything that will rival Shaun of the Dead, The Mummy, or Trick or Treat.
It's going to be rough. I mean,
we're about to hit when we hit that like 04 to 08 era of
which we are knocking on the door.
Yeah, like my scores are going to be pretty fucking up there. So unless you guys tank them, there may be a few that could really score it, because like that's my bread and butter of like going to the movies and having movies like genuinely shape who I kind of like become as like a movie fan.
Right. Same.
So yeah, so like we're really gonna like start. I think we're gonna have close. I don't think anything will necessarily beat them, but I think we're gonna get really fucking close.
Yeah, outside of October and December, which is Halloween and Christmas, and I've got a few movies planned. We are literally on the cusp of the 04-05 movies. Yeah. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll be I mean, we have a few to burn through before we get there, but
yeah, we've still got a couple 02s, I think, before we
and I've got a few different ones to throw in, few surprises to throw in here. Ooh. And then we also have, my birthday pick, Chuck's birthday pick, your birthday pick. So,
well, my birthday pick's out for a long time, but
well, that's part of the October one, so that's part of the Halloween, so that's already a thing.
I may change mine when we get closer, depending on how I feel.
That's fair. I just want you to know that one is currently up on Tubi. So, just
rock and roll.
Yeah, I saw it on Tubi the other day.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. All right, never mind.
Just give you a heads up.
So if we don't have to watch it on archive, that'd be actually pretty.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, archive or Daily Motion, I'm fine with that. So that being said, I think we're kind of at the end here.
Yeah.
Don't really have anything else to do.
I have one thing to say. My birthday pick was, in everybody's top 10 except for Joey's.
Yeah. No, it was. Yours in my top 10.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead was here.
Yeah, it was my number 7.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was number 7.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that too. For it was in the top 3 for everybody except for Joey.
Whatever.
I would like to point out, Ron, that you standing strong at Willow being your favorite movie of all time, when that is a notable dumpster fire in comparison to Shaun of the Dead. Like, bravo, man. Bravo.
Yeah, hell.
Refusing to give anything else a 10 to tie it is crazy.
Say my birthday pick was Resident Evil. That's number 23 on my list.
On Joey's own list. I don't even know where Resident Evil's ranked on my list, come to think of it. Let's see.
And I already know that the other ones are like worse than that one. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was.
I'm looking.
You know
forward
what's
to the
really
new one.
crazy about it is Joey is gonna have to watch him again because he's gonna make us watch him, and he already reviewed him over at the Comic Book Rundown.
So
Walk through multiverse.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing on the walk through the multiverse is all of the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh.
So basically doing a rundown, what you call it, multiverse minutes
Nice.
Thing for it. So
Resident Evil on my list is at 94.
damn.
I know, right? Well, I also didn't really like it. I didn't really like it when it first came out either.
That's fair.
The only thing that was nice about it was,
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then Mandy is at 88 because it was way higher than Resident Evil was.
Mandy for me is at number. I don't know, it's in my 7 somewhere. Where are you at?
I mean, it was a good movie.
Willow's at number 79 for me.
I don't remember where
Mandy's at number 65, so
Nice.
it's above Willow. Ha.
Willow is on page 2 at the very bottom at a 5.2, pinched
So-
between Pitch Black and Toxic Avenger 3, The Last Temptation of Toxic.
So it's probably in your 80s or 90s also, yeah.
Potentially.
84 for Willow for him.
There you go.
All right, there you go. I mean, that's pretty high.
Yeah, realistically, that is pretty high. That's over halfway.
That's top 100, buddy. That's crazy. That's nuts. Okay.
Granted,
then-
soon those will get pushed down to the bottom, but
And I don't even see Resident Evil on here. So
I mean, you were on it. I know that much.
yeah, it was.
Oh, there's 72. It's at number 72. So just slightly higher than Willow.
nice.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. Yeah. Well, you know where you can find me looking at papers? The last Sunday of every month, a little show we like to call Getting Franchise, the latest and greatest in movie franchises. You can find that show over on the main feed, which is Comic Book Rundown of the Comic Book Rundown Collective, where Joey is Joey's over there. Camera flips. You can find all the just astronomical amount of content he's putting out every Monday and Thursday. He's doing Kamen Rider Chronicles, where he is going over Zetsu and Ichigo. Listen, Kamen Rider's awesome, but there's nothing dubbed for it. So listen to Joey tell you about the episodes as they come out or as he reviews them, because Kamen Rider's fucking cool, man. It's way better than anything you watched as a kid, I promise you. And most importantly, every other Saturday you can check out Comic Book Rewind, where Joey is tray paper / bag and boarding, putting all the issues together for you and getting every episode of everything that they have reviewed since the history of that show starting. So check that out. Go check the history. Go listen to Ron chewing your ear on snacks. Whatever you want. You can listen to the guests that came on as well. I promise you, if there is a comic book that you want to check out, they have probably reviewed it at that point. There's like, what? Almost 1,000 episodes of just that?
So it's
Damn
like
near.
600 or something.
Yeah, but that's when we were
Yeah.
separating them. So
But that was when we were doing individual.
Yeah, I know,
issues.
but still, I mean, break that down. If there was like even 5 episodes a piece, that's still a lot of issues you guys read.
yeah,
True.
we did a lot. I did a lot of editing back then.
Yeah,
It's true. And most importantly, you can check out Joey's stuff at Walk Through the Multiverse over on the Geek Ultimate Alliance. You can find Ron on the internet, good at this game. You can find his art at Good Art This Game. Go give him a follow on all of it. Go over there, give him a little follow. And hey, if you see something you like and you think, man, I'd love to own a piece of his art on my body, buy a t-shirt before you get a tattoo. Head over to our TeePublic store listed down below.
So funny enough, I have actually designed tattoos for 4 different people. So
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
There you go. There it is. You can check out the link down below where you can get all of my jokes. There's nothing I love more than you wearing my jokes.
yeah.
Outside of that, getting franchised, we'll be covering El Santo
In 2 days.
in 2 days. Wow,
2 days.
Joey, we've got some movies to watch then, buddy.
Yes, we do, sir.
Yes, we do.
We'll
Shit.
set those up off mic.
Yeah. Because we are
A noose is
running out
tightening,
of time.
boys.
Yeah, we are. We better cut a wire here pretty soon, buddy. Outside of that, if you'd like to email us, head over to comicrundown@gmail.com. Send us your questions or comments or your concerns. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the hype button, hit that bell for gosh darn notifications, and leave a comment down below. What was out of all the 100-ish movies that we watched since the last 100, which one was your favorite? Comment down below.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon. Because he's done all the comments. That being said, Joey, Ronald,
recommendations.
Oh,
Yeah, we forgot
recommendations!
last week.
Yeah, we forgot. Listen, it's hard. Sometimes we are just running late. We're already 25 minutes over, so Joey's gonna yell at us when he cuts. My recommendation. Hey, I haven't started reading yet, but I'm overly excited. I got. I'm sure I'm gonna butcher this one. Kinnikuman, book 1.
Oh, nice. I know the character. I've never read
Yeah, this is, if you ever loved Ultimate Muscle, or if you loved the muscle figures when you were a kid, this is the manga that it's all based off of. I said I wanted to do some history, man. I wanted some silly wrestling stuff, and so that's what I went and I got the first book for dirt cheap off Thrift Books. Go thrift your books. Go thrift your books. I got this, literally, this was... I don't even see a price on it originally, but I got it for, like, no joke, like $7.
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
And it's in
Thriftbooks.com is a really good, very good place.
And it is in great condition. This book is so old, it doesn't even have the price on the barcode. That's great. Okay. Ronald?
So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a blast from the past. There's a PC game called Lionheart Legacy of the Crusade. And it is one of the coolest, like, it's, you know, you don't control it like you would, like, with the arrow keys or anything. Like, everything is, like, point and click, and you attack things that way, and you have, like, the hot bar for all your, like, magic or your weapons and stuff like that. But it is such a, like, I have still yet to beat this game, and I've had it for, like, 20 years. Now, granted, I don't play it that often, and I actually don't play it anymore at all because I don't have a computer anymore. But it is a freaking awesome game, and I would recommend anybody that's got a PC that wants to go play some old school role playing, do it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Joey?
So when this episode drops tomorrow, Ron and I will be at a burlesque show. So my recommendation is support your local burlesque troupe.
Oh yeah.
They are
one hand at a time.
That too. But they're hardworking up there. They're awesome. Most of them are doing it for not a ton of money. So
if any.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So go support them. They're
fun.
Amazing.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Fort Wayne Bombshells.
Yeah, they have fun up there. They just do a wonderful
Oh,
job.
speaking of, if this is right before the show comes out,
yeah, this is Friday before the show.
That's what we're doing for Simon's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, he turns 21?
Yeah.
Shit.
Simon turns 21 the Thursday before that before the show. So
oh my God, you have a child that's legally able to drink?
2.
Oh my
Charlie
God, you have 2 kids?
Yeah.
I kind of forget that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're playing some games during the day, and then we're going to the burlesque show. So
oh snap!
Hey, my recommendation: buy condoms. Buy condoms. No, just buy condoms now, because at this point probably they can't make them anymore because they are fucking running out of oil. So
and if you do buy condoms, make sure you don't bust a nut through the condom and have a kid anyway. Shout out.
Make sure that your dick power is not strong enough to rip through. Hey, get contraceptives while you can. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Vasectomies for everyone. Listen,
do hand stuff. Do hand stuff.
Alrighty. So yeah.
Next movie.
Our next movie. So we are going to be watching. This is going to be one of our surprises. Mobile Suit Gundam the movie. It's an anime.
Oh,
it's the
shit.
first of 3.
We got to change getting franchised.
Oh shit.
That's fine.
Yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam the movie. It's up over on YouTube, so you can find it there.
It's also on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I don't have Crunchyroll.
I do. I specifically have a
do you
Crunchyroll.
really?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
make sure you check out the lawsuit against them then, because apparently they, as soon as that,
I got it
company-
through Amazon. I ain't getting shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I know they were like ratting people out or whatever.
Oh, they gave away everybody's information because they were too dumb to know how to not.
Yeah,
Secure
Crunchyroll's
their
just-
shit.
Well, look, everybody is dumb, so. But yeah,
That's true.
so I'm looking forward to this one. It's one that I know little about. I've never seen it.
Never heard of it.
You've
I
heard
mean,
of Gundam suit?
Yeah, I thought it was a
Warrior, right?
cartoon. I thought it was an anime. I didn't realize they had movies.
This
It
is,
was-
yeah, it's an anime movie. So
it's
Oh, it's not like a live
so-
action movie.
no, it's anime.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn!
same.
I was really
Yeah.
excited because I thought it was like an old live action where they're going to be like,
No, this is from
Uh,
like '85 or something like that.
Ron, I've got a movie for you to come on for Game
Oh,
franchise. Then,
"Oh yeah,
yeah. Maybe we'll bump it up.
No,
Maybe we'll bump it up to the top. So,
all right, guys,
All right, gentlemen.
Mobile Suit
Bye, y'all.
Gundam.
Thanks for all
1.
these numbers.
202
Number
episodes, guys. Woo!"
Hey, can't wait to quit the show.
Yay.
Scooby Doo, everybody.